Hey guys, Streaming Iraq War Veteran here, back with another video. This is just going to be another quick, well, I don't know how long it's going to be. Just another video of me cleaning my PC. Or not my PC, my RC. Dummy. As the title also says, I got some new bearings. One of these was the rear and the front ones. Anyways, these were the two model numbers for my vehicle. It did require the 5120A, but the only difference between the 5120A and the 5120 is just the seal color. So you can use these if you have it in your car, as you can see here. As you see here, the only difference is the one on the right is blue and the one on the left is black. No, it was originally had a black seal. There shouldn't be no differences or issues with using that. I got one of each, well, two of each, so I could replace all of them. I've already replaced the ones on the back because I did the back yesterday. I found that when I rolled the bearing, one of these bigger ones, not that one, that one's good. Yeah. This one here, when I roll it, I can feel it grinding. So that's the start of something bad. So I'm going to set that one aside. I'm going to save the others. I mean, ooh. Nope, this one's bad too. So two of the bearings are actually bad. Or starting to go bad. They got some crap in there from when I hit a mud puddle. So these two need to go. I won't be using them again. I got one rear one I can hang on to, and there's still one on the other side. So I got two rear ones and all of my smaller ones, because in each of the hubs, the four hubs, you have a small one and a big one. All of the small ones have been fine, as far as I can tell. I haven't found any, because I just put it in my hand and go like this, and if I feel any grinding or anything like that, I don't use them after that. I'm not even going to use royalty-free music, because I did yesterday and got a lot of copyright claims. Just stupid. It's royalty-free music, and I was just listening to it. Whatever, I might mute all the sounds on that one and just be done with it. I don't know. But I want to finish this up today. I don't know what my plans are going to be tomorrow. It's supposed to be like 83 here. There was a couple things I was thinking about. One of the things I was thinking about doing was taking my daughter and her mother up to a park with us. Nobody ever really asks her to go do anything. Yeah, you can tell I think all the bad bearings were in the back. Not sure though, because these are the hubs. These are the front hubs. They're a little bit different than the back ones. But I ended up in some water, and there's no, even though they say they're sealed bearings, they're not really 100% sealed. So basically all I'm doing is trying to get all the dirt off, and I'll run a wipe across these things. This one's actually getting pretty clean by itself, just the way it is. still using the same alcohol wipes that I was using before. These are just to get the parts a little bit cleaner. I don't know if there's much purpose to doing this, but I do it. I mean, I could probably brush like 90% of the dirt off, but I'd rather make sure I got everything that I could. I did take all the electronics out of the car. All this is basically clean. I scrubbed down those. I could wipe down that maybe area a little bit more. So basically all I have today is just this front end stuff and then the gears. Maybe re-grease the gears, because I re-greased the back ones because I still had water in it from yesterday. So I don't want to leave water in any of the gears, because water and grease really don't mix. Might take a brush to this one again. Yeah, I could probably get a little bit more off of this. Just like, I like trying to keep this thing clean. If it gets dirty, I'm going to take the time to clean it, because I was the one that got it dirty. Not like a lot of people and their stuff, and they just don't take care of things. I do. Like I said, it gives me something to do anyways. If I ever decide to sell my stuff, if I decide to get bored with this one and go get a different one, which I probably won't, I'll probably still get a second one. But, if I ever get the idea that I want to sell this, with how clean I keep mine, I could sell mine for a hell of a lot more than most people could, because mine's taken care of. Can't tell you how many people I've seen that just don't take care of them. I mean, if they don't want to, that's their choice. Just a bad idea. It's just going to break way too quickly. You have it running, good, you got to maintain it, which a lot of people don't. Like I said, that's their prerogative if they don't want to. That's not me. I'm not going to leave my shit half destroyed. Bigger is at the bottom. Oh, dumbass. You can put the bearings back in now first. Basically, with these, this bigger one goes in the inside here, and the smaller one goes in the front. And once again, for anybody that hasn't watched my other videos, when I'm talking about RC cars and stuff, if you end up stripping these things because you over tighten them, a dab of like super glue will work perfectly fine. Because I have numerous screws that I've already done that to, unfortunately. Because I use a drill, and this is meant for wood screws and stuff, so it's got a lot of torque. So it can tend to fuck things up. That sits in like that, and so on. Basically, that's how that'll all go back together. Let me just set it over here on my bed when it's clean, because I don't want a dirty bed. Alright. Screws. I can take off that upper one, but I want to take off the suspension. Or not the suspension. Good job, dumbass. I want to take this bumper assembly off. Fucking hell. That's another thing you really got to be careful with is dropping screws. Thankfully, I'm only in one area, so I know where the screw would go. Yeah, I just have to be careful because I got the wheel hub things with their little bolts in there. Alright, we're going to knock this down a little bit more because I want to get this really good cleaned. Can't clean inside the bumper without actually taking it apart. I haven't gotten it this damn dirty before, but now I just take the toothbrush and I sit there and get the big chunks off first. You know, if people even just spent time cleaning it with a toothbrush, it'd still be better than nothing, but a lot of people don't. Like I've said before, I've looked on Facebook Marketplace and for my area, and I've just seen, you know, so many people trying to sell things with all these metal parts like rusted straight out. It's like they're covered in rust, and I'm not talking about surface rust either. It's thick, scaly rust. And they think that they're going to sell their car for $700. It's like, yeah, you know, all those parts need to be replaced. Especially the upper control arms when they got, you know, adjustable metal turnbuckles style upper control arms. Well, actually steering rods. Those are the worst. Once those get rusted out, you can't adjust them no more. There's no adjusting to it after that. Because if you do, it's just going to get that rust in there and it's just going to fuck it all up. People just think these cars are invincible and, you know, they're going to keep running no matter what the hell they do to it. Not the story. But I'm assuming probably most of those same individuals or kids or teens or whatever that just don't give a shit. I mean, that's their prerogative. If they don't want to deal with it anymore, I can understand that, but, you know, I wanted to listen to music again today, but like I said, I got copyright strikes on the last one, so not good, unfortunately. Thought it was royalty-free music from that site, but I don't know. It's everything that goes wrong with frickin' YouTube if you have any kind of music. Everybody and their brother tries to look, you know, say, oh, you can't use this without our permission. Like, dude, fuck off. That's why most of the time when I'm just playing games and shit half the time, if I play a game that has music on it and I get a copyright once, I don't play the music again or I don't play the game. At least not on YouTube. There's basically no such thing as fair rights use there, or fair use on YouTube. Never has been there, never will be. No, they're supposed to be. Because gameplay is under fair use. I mean, one of the biggest companies that violates fair use all the time is Take-Two Interactive and Rockstar. All their fake bullshit claims of getting people's channels taken down because of they're showing people how to do car duplications and shit like that. Thankfully, my channel's never been big enough, even though I have put some car duplication glitches on there. I'm not doing them that often, so I'm always under the radar. I do them when I need to, and then if it's easy enough, I put it out. If not, then I don't worry about it. Alright. Hopefully I don't run out of these white things. I don't think I should. Yeah, I was in like a good 4 inches of standing fucking water in a ditch. And I rooster tailed it by trying to get out. Wasn't my smartest choice, but it was kind of interesting and cool looking though, the rooster tail that came off of it. I even got RC cleaning services if anybody actually needed any, but nobody's contacted me on Facebook Marketplace. Which is fine. I don't really need the extra money. Actually, I really don't. I do have a chat up for anybody that's watching that wants to chat. It's kind of what this stream basically is. It's just a chat. And if anybody's curious why it looks like crap, the camera, because I'm using my cell phone as a webcam. And if you want to know how to do that, it's pretty simple. Just look up Droid Cam on Android. I don't know if it's on Apple or not, but it does have its limitations, unfortunately. That is such my biggest complaint about this headset. It makes me almost want to go back to a wired headset. It really does. I have a HyperX Cloud Flight headset. It's a wireless headset, but how they think about saving battery is if this thing, no matter if you're putting output through the microphone, if it doesn't physically hear things through the headset itself, basically it turns off in a certain amount of time as a battery saver thing. I mean, it's cool that they want to use a battery saver feature, but unnecessary. As you can see, stuff starts to rust. You really got to take care of it. You don't get that rust off, it'll spread and it just causes problems. The pins that were in this damn thing are starting to rust, have some surface rust. But they won't after today. Everything's going to be straight up cleaned. And so I'm saying people that don't take care of them, you just shouldn't get one. If you don't want to sit there and put the work and effort into it. Or if you don't have the time, let's put it that way. I mean, if you look at this little frickin' thing here, I don't know how well you can see that, but on the end there, that brownish color is frickin' rust. Surface rust, so it can be wiped off, thankfully. That's what destroys metal parts, is rust. Get to it quick enough, you don't have to worry about it. I think I need that other one for that. I think the worst end of this whole thing that got the worst dirty was the rear end. I spent a lot of time on that. Good portion of the day yesterday. I didn't do it all day. I was out doing other stuff too, but it still took a couple hours. This one I don't think is going to be as bad. Although this is all-wheel drive, it should have kicked up, you know, just as much water with the front. That ain't too bad right there already. You know, technically I could have just gotten away with doing the brushing, but I don't like short-ending it. I don't like half-assing anything. I already partially kind of wiped these shocks off, but I'm still going to take them apart to clean the shock shaft and then the spring. I don't want any of that stuff that's on the actual shaft to get into the frickin' oil. Might degrade it over time. What I mean is I try to get, there's always a lot of grease and crap that gets on the metal shaft right there, the piston shaft, and then on the spring itself. So I take apart, there's a screw right here, and this bottom holder comes off, and then I can pull the spring off. But to relieve some of the tension, I put this spring tensioner all the way back up to the top, because it's just easier. That's called doing the extra, going the extra mile basically to make shit better. As you can see, I'm twisting this cap all the way up. I had it down to the bottom just because so the whole car wouldn't be have as much travel in the suspension. It's a lot looser there than it is with the spring compressed down quite a bit. I'm still thinking about getting beefier springs for this, so there's even less travel. Especially when I do backflips at the skate park, because as it is, when I'm doing backflips now, I still land on the concrete. It still bottoms out. So basically all I do is compress that spring down. Well, get that loose first. Press that spring down and pull that top or bottom cap off like that. And then I can just pull the spring right off and clean it the rest of the way. clean in the inside of the cap, and everywhere is on this cap that I took off. Basically, I'm going to have to get the big chunks off, because the bigger chunks build up on the base of the thing, so I get them off with a toothbrush, and then I come at it with the another wipe. Put that shock cap all the way back down and clean the upper thread section best I can. Clean the inside and the outside of the spring the best I can. Then the cap. Debating if I'm going to go to my sister's tomorrow or not. Probably not, though, because I have to end up someone's phone to be working. Guarantee she won't figure it out. Her new phone should be here tomorrow. So I might as well wipe this down, hopefully, with this, if it has enough alcohol left on it. Yeah, the plastic parts you don't have to worry about rusting, but other shit you do. Then if they're attached to a metal piece, it can cause, actually even another plastic piece, the dirt can cause abrasive spots and basically act as sandpaper. So, no, only one of them goes in here. Should be that one. Other one. Okay. You can put this shock back together. Another thing I could do to make it stiffer is put thicker shock oil in it. These are oil-filled shocks. But basically, here's the difference. With it all the way up, the shock fairly easily to compress. I don't have much problem doing it with 2 fingers all the way down like that. That's all the way back up the top. If you put this shock cap or the shock adjuster thing all the way down to the bottom like I normally do. Now it's down there. You can see where the difference is. It's almost an inch. That's a lot harder. I can almost compress it, but not all the way. So that's why I keep it down there, because this car is 10 pounds. So that's basically a must. This one goes y'all. This goes in here. Now that must not have been right in. Okay. I think with these rods, I'm going to leave them on because they're a pain. I'm just going to wipe them off from here because inside here isn't really all that dirty, thankfully. I mean, I can get a lot of anything off just like this. If I spent time just going like this, it would be fine on that. But I'm going to do both anyways. I am going to take this whole thing apart too anyways to get to the gears. Because if there was water still sitting in the back set, I guarantee there's going to be water in this. And I don't need that. Alright, so that's fine, but I'll wipe that down later. Actually, as soon as I get these other parts done, I'll use the same thing to wipe it down with. Big chunks off first. that's why you end up seeing a lot of deposits in the inside section of these. It's from it grinding back and forth and little dirt and dust getting in there. So that's why I end up cleaning all this stuff a lot. No, not a lot. I don't have to clean it all the time, just when I get it massively dirty. Can't imagine sitting there breathing in all these alcohol fumes is doing me any good every day, but oh well. Have anything else to really forward to or give a shit about right now? I'm gonna dry the shit out of my hands. I'm glad I don't have dry hand issues. Put these screws back in. Partially back in so I know where they go. Okay. That's all for one side. Now we can start working on the other. Getting it apart. Actually, we'll take the shock first. I don't know why I have to sit on my feet as much as I do. Like that. Force a damn habit by now. Depending on how the COVID cases are, by the time October rolls around, I might actually take my daughter to the state fair. She's never been, she said, so. I want to save up for at least a month. I'd want to go up there quite a bit if I go, but the other problem is if you don't get up there early, how the hell do you even know you're going to be able to get in? Because as of right now, they're only doing 50% capacity. So that's like severely limiting the amount of people that can be in there. Because it's always been a big thing. The New York State Great Fair. Nah, I'll figure out something else I can do with my daughter. Of like 39 minutes, this headset's already shut off twice. I hate it. Ooh. Hopefully that's just water, not some oil leakage. Guess we'll find out. Okay, we're going to do a couple things with the one wipe so I don't run out. And the other reason why I love using this screwdriver, electric screwdriver, Besides the fact, it just makes everything easier. Especially when taking it apart. Just, you don't have to keep turning things around and, you know, I had a regular screwdriver set, but it takes longer, quite a bit. I save quite a bit of time just using the electric screwdriver. So I don't even care if it strips screws holes a little bit. If I really needed to, I could rebuild this whole frame and order every single part if I felt like it. Technically, I do have a body, this bottom part here, that's modded, but I haven't been able to buy a battery yet. They have them, but I just haven't had that kind of extra money. It's like 160 bucks for frickin' that battery. I still need to get the strap part of it too. Velcro strap to put in there. Which I'll probably get it next month. I still do have other ideas too for this one. Just in case that don't work. We can do all those with one alcohol wipe. Start with the shock stuff. Yeah, I got one more set of wheel bearings put in, and all the wheel bearings will be brand new as of today. Yeah, I come to find out, I watch TikTok. I have my own account too, but come to find out, there's a lot of self-conscious people on there. Kind of interesting. I mean, it's a good thing they're trying something that they probably wouldn't normally, honestly. I'd love to know who's in my chat all the time, or in my videos. I appreciate that you're here. So I'm saying I'd really like to know who the heck you are. Curious in a good way. Probably a bot, though. Knowing my luck. That's alright. Figure out at some point. It's like Twitch with their stupid bots that send... these people buy bots viewer bots to put in other people's channels. And so it basically recommends their channel on top of yours. Like, you know, because they can't do anything on their own. It's kind of irritating, actually, when people do that. And I don't want viewer bots in any of my stuff. I've only done this shit quite some time just as a hobby. Yeah, now I get monetized and I get paid by YouTube to an extent, if you consider it getting paid. But, you know, I've always done this just as a hobby. Never really cared about getting paid. I think it's cool that I do now, but not a necessity. You know what I wish I would have done like years ago though? Been like a tech YouTube channel and people would have subscribed to it. Because right now, if I would have been a tech YouTube channel, you know, like all these retards that got all this shit, like graphics cards and stuff displayed up there, I'd be giving them away right now because of the graphics card shortages and shit. But they won't. Jay's 2 cents is horrible for that. He's a scumbag as far as I'm considered. I don't have any respect for him. He's one of the biggest hoarders of GPUs that just sit around and get wasted. Especially when there's thousands and thousands of people that would love to have one right now that can't get one. That's the shit that pisses me off. I mean, if he wants to use them as displays, just give them a different box and send the GPUs out to people. But they won't do that. They're the problem. Half of the problem for this shortage. I'd say tech YouTube channels are more responsible for the GPU shortage than mining is, honestly. Because tech channels could be helping things out a lot, but they don't. They already get paid a lot of money by YouTube, but they still won't help out the average guy at all. And they want you to make you think that, you know, when they're doing these giveaways now, because there's a few of them that have, that they're trying to make a difference. It's not they're trying to make a difference. They're just trying to get people to shut up, basically. And it's kind of ridiculous. It really is. The only one that's actually a good tech YouTube channel that tries to make a difference is Linus. He actually tries to help people out. People like Jay's 2 Cents or, you know, Hardware Unboxed and all those other ones, even though they're good channels, they're shitty people. They really are. They don't give a fuck about anybody but themselves. They never have and they never will. That's just been a fact. They've never given a shit about the average guy, ever. They don't care about, you know, the viewers are the reason they get the money that they do. Yeah, that's too small. I am going to have to flip this over, I think, to, ooh. Let's make sure this is going the right way. Before I frickin' destroy something with this screwdriver. See, I'll show you this. This is the problem with these plastic parts. Even the ones that are, say, it doesn't fall off the rest of the way, but basically, in a nutshell, what happens is, yeah, it fell off. On these screws here, the threads are up here. What they end up doing is these threads are so sharp, it eventually will peel the threads out of the housing of whatever you're screwing into, which in this fact is this piece. You'll pull it through and you'll see threads come out. Now, I think next time I tighten this, it will probably keep spinning at the end. Well, this one's still got good bite. No, that one's good actually. But when that happens, what I do is I back the screw out all the way. I'll take this super glue and put it right on the tip of the threads right there. You know, down and in here. Coat threads and then screw it in and then let it dry and it will stay. And this is strong enough to get it off. You could get it off by hand too if you really needed to. You just need something with a little bit more leverage. Yeah, I gotta at least flip this up. Yeah, nah, I'm gonna hold it. So I don't want it going crazy on me. So one of the best things you can do is if you really need to get a part staying together is a little bit of super glue. Alright, this we'll pull out later. Well, I could get that now. And what I use to pop the little nut off, because technically you probably should do that before you even take all this apart, but you can push it up a little bit. It gives you enough leverage, well, enough room in there to get one of these gear pullers in there and just pop it off. It's easy enough that way. That's what I do. As long as you're not on the spot with the thing, but it's hard to tell sometimes. There we go, just pop it straight off. Put it with its other brothers, sisters, who cares? First time, oh, I can't actually get that out with that on there. That's kind of interesting. I thought I would be able to. Yeah, I should be able to. There we go. Pop that gear, or not, yeah, gear, that out. Pop the other one out. And this one ain't bad. This one I don't feel any grinding with all the way and around it. So that's a good bearing, I'll save for later. So is this one. So all of the smaller bearings were fine. Two of the bigger ones were bad. It's alright. And we can start brushing pieces off. I'm going to start with this, since it's right here in my face, basically. I will be wiping this down like I did the other side, too. But, like I said, I get all the big crap off. Yeah, and there's like no dirt on the inside of this thing, so... Not really. I'm just brushing it to brush it just in case, but I don't see any dirt inside there. Which realistically is awesome. Okay. Pull this metal chunk out. Oh, what am I doing setting that down? Gotta brush more. At least my day has been better than it was yesterday. It's always a plus. I just don't know what the hell's wrong with some people. I really don't. I'll make sure. Alright. Oh, and if you're curious, that drill that I'm using is not expensive at all. Chargeable batteries. Well, rechargeable battery packed. It's built in. Comes with a wall charger. Yeah, this is roughly every 20 minutes that the headset turns off. Okay. Even if I'm constantly talking. Stupid. That should be good enough on that and that piece. Axle. I even try to scrub inside a bit. Alright, now I can wipe all those parts down. Drink of water. Down here. Alright, let's wipe some parts down. Just to get anything else extra off. For that extra step. Actually, these alcohol wipes really do work good on the inside of them. Especially these pieces. Part's pretty good. Yeah, I'm gonna need a better wet one for that. Let me try wipe that on this at least. That takes care of all those. Oh. Shit. Damn. I don't know if I want to mess with the gearing on this now I think about it. Because... I don't know. Sounds like it might need it anyways. Damn it. Oh, let me clear these parts out. Okay. Bearings are gonna go in here. Oh, I don't think I did the inside of that. Son of a bitch. I need to do the inside of that. That one's still a little wet. Use this one. Good thing. Damn. It's better. So I'm going outside. It's gonna be towards the top, and the top has bigger, oh, a smaller one. Damn it. Yeah, top has a smaller end. Yeah. Okay, so there's that. Another front end part. Screws back in here. What is that screw for? What was that screw for? Shit. Oh, yeah, now I know. Should. I put the other one then? Shit. Need another one of these. Shit. Good. Not down there. Oh, okay, it's in there. I left it in the case. Good idea. Alright, there's those two screws. I forgot where I put it yesterday. Alright. Ah, shit, I gotta take that centerpiece off again. It's already clean though, so. Drive shaft cover, basically. Yeah, because that's holding it down to that. Screw these littler screws only in a little bit. there. We're just gonna brush this off because this doesn't get that dirty. It gets a little bit dirty. I don't think that I can just take this off. Damn. Debating what I want to do to this stupid thing this time. Oh, man. Fucking really? I think it went all the way behind this stupid thing. Yeah, it did. Son of a bitch. That's the other thing I really have to try to be careful with. Screws falling behind that and falling into the damn heater. So you gotta take this piece off to get that other piece off. It's like a front brace of sorts. Alright. This just pulls off. I always like putting their screws back in the right spots. Now, I don't know. Forget where the longer one came out. Oh well, we'll figure it out later. That really doesn't need any cleaning. It never gets dirty in that section. This should just come off fairly easily. This piece, just two screws. Okay. Guess that means we can get in here and clean even better. This can further break down, but I don't want to. Don't care to. Damn, so no matter what I do right now, well, maybe not. Might just be able to keep this stuff right there with it. take this, like pop this straight up, because these come up, and the rest of that can go down. 4 screws I have to take off to get that down and out. Probably, yeah. I shouldn't do this, but I'm gonna. Basically, what I was just doing was seeing if that worthless scumbag next door was blasting music or anything. And another 20 minutes has already went by. The stupid headset reset or turned off. Yeah, I guess this is a good thing I'm getting these screws out. Look like they're all the same size, so no screwing that up, literally. We're just going to leave the steering stuffs just dangling there. Oh, pull it out, stupid. Alright, that's going to stay dangling there. I'll probably just clean it, wipe it down a bit, but other than that. So this is the whole front axle assembly. Looks like I'll need to take 4 screws off to open it up. Look at how the gearing is and see if it needs to be cleaned and re-greased. Which, since I'm opening it, I probably will do that anyways. Granted, the front's not as dirty as the back, especially the bearings. I can actually get in here and clean them for the most part with the toothbrush. But I might as well be safe than sorry and clean it. New grease never hurts anything. So those 4 screws. Set them up aside a little bit. I don't know if I'm going to wipe this down with alcohol wipe or not, though. I will probably the inside if I need to. Looks like all the screws are the same right now, which is a plus. I like it when all the screws are the same size. Makes things easier to deal with. Alright. Son of a bitch. 2 more. Really don't want people opening these very quickly, huh? Yeah, I could get rid of the excess gear or grease and wipe off some of this stagnant water that's been standing on the edges. Put the gears and stuff on that. I use these heavy duty towels to start with to get the majority of the crapped up grease out of the inside of that. I know you can't see much, but it's just quicker. It's like a green colored grease. If I really want to go gun-ho like I did last time, I just end up using Q-tips, getting anything extra that I can off. I don't know if I'm going to do it with this front at all. I might not. And, of course, kick the tires over, jackass. Ugh. 1, 2, 3. 2 of them. 3. One more. Right there. One more nut's missing. This doesn't matter if the tires are not stacked. I was just doing that for neatness. That's usually the last thing I end up cleaning off is the tires. Tiles. I wonder if that one concurrent viewer is me, because I'm in studio. You think it wouldn't count me, but you never know. It's looking really good, nice and clean. Grab another towel, I think maybe. Well, maybe not yet. It's pretty good actually so far. Just cleaning. So say so myself. Nice job so far. That's pretty damn clean too. Might order another body for my car next month. This one's starting to get some holes and crap in it. Might actually order two. That way when I put holes in that body and starts looking really ragged, I can use the other one. One more of those actually. Wipe these gears down. It's greased. I don't think I did the grease in this last time because it's pretty black. Well, it's all going to have new grease this time, not just in the rear end. Yeah, we'll leave that on there. Not a necessity to take that one off. Looking nice. That gear's feel, or not gear, but that bearing's feeling good. It doesn't feel like it's grinding in the inside. No real dirt should get in there, but grease can that's got maybe dirt in it. Well, I guess they both come off that way. Interesting. I think my cat wants in, but I'm not going to let her in because I'm got a whole bunch of parts out and grease and crap on the floor, and she likes to eat anything that's on the floor, so. Cat in right now. So that's alright there. What we do now, put these back in. Woo! Put some grease on that. Coat it around and put it back together. Once again, the grease that I'm using is this here. It's a silk. Like I was trying to say before, I throw shit like a retard. Silicone-based grease. Silicone, however you want to pronounce it. Just want enough. Coat both gears in a light coat. I'm not going to do a heavy coat on this stuff. I'm going to come back in here if there's any like extras on the edge, like sometimes there is. Take the gears out for a quick second and wipe down the housing again, because I don't like a lot of grease getting thrown around. Because if you're putting on enough grease on there to throw it around, you're basically putting too much. The only thing that grease does is quiet the gears. Technically, they don't need any grease. But it's always a great idea to put it in there. Alright, there's some extra grease like I was talking about. Because extra grease also ends up trapping dirt and shit. That's why I come back and try to get off as much as I can. Then put the gears back in. Well, they've already been greased. Yeah, you really don't need much grease. Technically, if I wanted to make everything run smoother, I could grease all the shafts where the bearings sit and crap, but I don't ever do that. Not on these. I already do enough work on them. I don't need to do more. First, we'll put those two little flat screws in. Yeah, the reason last time I didn't end up putting grease in the front when I did grease the back ones was because it's a lot more to get this one off than the other. But I didn't do it last time, so it has to be done this time. It'll probably be much quieter too. Throw a little extra in there. Nah, no need to. Sounds quiet when I'm rolling it from the side. Feels quiet, let's put it that way. I don't know if it actually is. You know what I'm glad I did though, before I went up there, was actually put tape on the holes in the rims because I was in the water. It probably just saved my damn tires, I'll tell you that. Yeah, I'm not going to rub the alcohol wipes over this. It's pretty clean, really. Front end doesn't get as dirty as the back, usually. But I wanted to check the gears. And to see how it really feels, I can just pull this shaft out, because that's the drive shaft. gonna have to take this part again one more time. That's alright. There we go. But like I was saying, a way to test these, when you put the axle in here, and if you feel it not being smooth, or if it sounds like metal on metal, definitely need to add more grease, which mine's not bad, but I still want to add more grease, so we're going to do that. That's why I was taking it apart again. Because I'm just going to add a bit more. Might have put too little. Now I'll have more to clean next time. Got more to clean now. This is kind of an obsessive amount. Still want to get the excess off. Because there's quite a bit that sits like right there, as you can see. That sitting on shit and staying there. And it's silicone based, so it should be fine to stay there, but I don't want it to. Just gonna try. Well, that'll just fling more grease all over the place. So now, I was gonna put a little extra in that groove down in the channel, but I'm not gonna. Do. That's a good amount, actually. Testing it again, I don't feel any like noise, basically. I know a lot of that extra is gonna sit there and fly off, but oh well. Can't be helped. Gotta do what needs to be done. Once I get this buttoned back up again, I'm going to test it one more time just to make it alright. It'll probably feel better once it's in, actually. It's got enough grease. Alright. Next, we're gonna just go over this area like a little bit. Just get anything extra that I might see. Get this servo saver spring. Top of this bearing there. Okay. Let's put the cap back on the silicone grease. And the reason I'm using that stuff too is because of the fact that I don't want to pay Traxxas's price. I just bought 8 bearings and I paid like $27 fucking dollars for 8 bearings. Stupid. Traxxas is a bit way too expensive on their shit. They really are. It's kind of irritating, actually. Zombotch, Zomcrotch. Turn that. Damn. Well, then I'll put it in the front first here. Get up. Out of the way. Move, bitch. Get out the way. Oh, bitch. You did what I thought you were going to do, huh? There you bastard. Bastard. Take that. I will put you on and hopefully you stay on. Alright. Some of these screws on here quickly. Slide the hockey pucks up. Once I get these 2 outer ones on, I don't have to hold it anymore. Alright. Okay. Getting somewhere. Yay! Alright. All that's left is reassembly. Sweet. Yeah. First, this. Ha ha. Get in part way. The cool thing about putting super glue in the threads later on, it still holds pretty well. That can go on after. Nothing else in here really needs super cleaning. For that one, 2 little screws for that. There was. Nope, that's on this. The longer one goes in the. See though. I can do a little test with that too, actually. See if it bottoms out. It gets tight before. Yeah. I was right. That goes in the front. Because it was getting tight without me even tightening on it, anything. Alright. Oh, I see the issue. Get out of the way. Okay. So that's all in. Now we can just start rebuilding this front suspension. Awesome. I'll actually put that middle cover on last though. So we need this and this. It's on there. I'll actually shock first. And the part that I hate the most, the effing shocks. All these things, I really hate putting the shocks together and in. I really do, they're a goddamn nightmare. I'm not gonna lie, I do hate these the most. This one. Alright. I usually end up spending like 2 days on cleaning, all total. Not that it's like 2 days of actual time, it's more like a day at most, like 4 hours. I spend a couple hours each day, really. Oh shit, idiot. Gotta put the axle actually together first before I do that. Okay. So, what are those? What are those? Screws. Ah, I remember what they're for. They're for connecting these. Oh, 15 playbacks. That's kind of cool. Let's do that finger tight for now. Can't get to it until I flip it over. Should actually be the other arm since I'm putting everything else on the wrong side. And I'm a fucking idiot. It's the right arm. I'm just an idiot. It's a problem earlier. Don't know why. There we go. I hate these things. I really do. Just about cleaning these, reattaching the damn shocks. Dead serious. That's what I hate the most. That's the right one, isn't it? It's not. Probably have to flip it over to get it. Might have to even loosen the shock. Yeah. Figures. Now is it? Let's persuade it. Got it. Sometimes you can persuade them. By actually screwing them in, it actually will tend to sometimes pop them in place. I'm getting somewhere. It's almost done, actually. Okay. Ugliest part first, I guess. should find some tips for doing this shit, because it's... I fucking hate it. All the cleaning and putting stuff back together, all the rest of it is fun. These shocks suck ass. Doesn't mean they're a bad shock, it's just how they go in. How they go in is like a disaster. That shock all the way up to top. The only part of this whole thing I don't like doing is the damn shocks. Thought I had it for a second there. Got it. Yay. I'll attach that bottom one just so I'm not having so much. No, I won't. Axle first. Because if I don't do the axle, I'll end up having to take it all apart. Okay. Attach this upper first. See, the problem is they swivel. It's a swiveling thing. You don't want it to fucking swivel when you're putting it in. See if that'll do anything. Getting frustrated, 'cause I fucking hate these things, I really do. Sway did it. Yeah, I think I did, but I'm sure I can get it all the way. Come on now. Got it. Hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it. Shocks are the worst. Someone would think of a better way to attach these. Have them screw mounted to the outside, not in front like that, but I guess it protects them from crashes and shit, but fucking nightmare bullshit. Ooh, lose everything. Alright, sweet. Okay. Now we need another small stupid screw for another stupid swivel part. I think I got it in the first fucking shot. Son of a bitch. Just gonna do this one finger tight like the other one too for now. Until I flip it over. Awesome. Alright, now I can attach that other part. This. Here. So the front retainer for these bottom control arms. So close to being finished. Alright. Okay, we're still talking. Just this other arm. And screw this one all the way back down to where it was. I like having the stiffer suspension. That's why I want to get stiffer springs for this. I can flip this sucker over. Well, actually not yet. Put this in. Screws, genius. Tires will be an easy clean. I'll probably clean them off camera. Anyways, I've been going at this for 2 hours already. Gives me something to do though. When you flip this, well actually instead of flipping it over first, we'll do this other piece. And all that is just an axle guard is all this sucker is. I mean, it's not 100% perfectly clean either. I still see dirt in certain places I could get out if I felt like it. Keyword if. I don't feel like it. But it's like hundreds of times better than what it was. I couldn't imagine doing this with a screwdriver anymore. I mean, fucking twist your wrist off doing all these screws. And there's quite a bit. I still have to do a zip tie too, actually, for the engine things here, cables. They zip tie to the side of the motor over here. So, that is a clean car. I mean, I still gotta clean the body a bit, but that's just an alcohol wipe away. And I gotta clean the tires. As you can see, they're dirty on the inside, but taped. So, no water got in there, which is fucking awesome. Alright guys, Streaming Iraq War Veteran, hopefully you enjoyed.